Hi, welcome to Subcreation. I'm Nathan. I'm an artist and a designer, and this channel is about creative process. Tonight, I'm going to continue work on the Monster Project. It's a thing that is organized by a designer at my work, where kids from an elementary school provide designs for monsters that are developed further by adult artists. You can find out more about it on the website themonsterproject.org, and I show examples and also the project I did last year in my video from my previous stream. It's 2 videos back because technical difficulties forced me to restart the stream, so it's broken up into 2 parts. Anyway, I gathered inspiring reference and sketched these monsters here, which I'll show you. You can see right there, that is the reference art that I received from the kid that I'm drawing for. So this was one of the sketches. I actually did this one last. I was trying to figure out what to do with sort of that. Looks like there's sort of a red thing going over his eye there, or orange thing, and he's black on one side. So I was trying to see what I could do with that, but also, I'm at liberty to choose details from the design, so these versions don't have that in it. I'll probably try it both ways, figuring out how to interpret the design. But I did a number of, so these designs, all different variations that interpret it a little bit differently. I created these fairly minimal designs in order to just sort of try a bunch of different things. All of them, you can see the traits that I'm sort of zeroing in on are that they all have 5 eyes, and they all have to have kind of that smiley mouth. You can see these first couple of sketches I did were sticking pretty close into the design. You can see I'm working against there seems to be a bit of a SpongeBob influence here, and I'm trying to take the design away from that. I have a feeling, my impression is that the kid sort of started out with this this idea that was built on SpongeBob, and you can see that he's trying to get away from it as he started out with a fairly SpongeBob-like concept, and it seems like he decided to turn some of those sponge holes into eyes, and then started adding other details to move away from it. So I feel like that was the intent. I'm trying to embrace the intent of the original artist, and I think it was to have that bit of inspiration, but then to move away from it. And then the last thing that I'd like to show here is these are the directions I'm thinking of developing further right now. I like this one. It has a certain degree of cuteness to it. It has these sort of scales or spikes on its head, which is sort of another way of interpreting what I've interpreted in other places as fur, but it could be taken as spikes up above. So I think I'm gonna combine it with this one, elongate the legs, make the arms a little bit longer, but not quite as long as this. So that's what I'm gonna work on right now, and then I'm going to jump into Oculus Medium. That's where this art is ultimately going to end up. So here we go. Oops. I accidentally started something on my computer keyboard. All right, so let's see. I'm going to put this somewhere where I can see it. You guys don't need to see it necessarily. You saw it already. Oh, and then before we dive in, I'm going to go ahead and start some music. I'll try to talk through my thought process as much as possible, but sometimes when you're sketching, you've got to just use that one side of your brain. So you can see I have the reference that the kid did continually, so I'm going to kind of keep that up above, and I'm going to going ahead and sort of indicating the treatment on the top of his head. I am squaring it out a little bit where it was a bit rounder in the previous reference, or in the design that I did previously. I'm going to keep this mouth much bigger than in the source, trying to develop that out. So really the goal of this project is to inspire and delight the kid. So that's why it's important to not only, of course, obviously embrace his vision so he can kind of get that experience, but especially taking it further, building it out. Another possibility would be to go into more detail in these eyes. Right now I'm sticking with sort of the bead-like eyes, and I haven't decided necessarily. I may go with more sort of Disney or anime type of treatment of really glossy large eyes that was in some of the earlier sketches. But yeah, that's kind of like the feeling of it having kind of a beard and not just being a furry monster. I mean, I am picturing it being kind of fur all over, but I want it to be really have an emphasis on the beard part there, because I mean, if you look at the drawing up there, it's got a lot of zigzag going on down below, and then on the sides it's a little bit more tame. So I want to sort of develop that. One thing I think I am going to give a shot to here is sort of this this idea of the arms kind of going out and up. I kind of like the idea. What I see in the picture there is I sort of see the monster being like, boo, like he's trying to scare you or something. I like that. So that's one thing, is to sort of key in on things in the original that I really like. He seems to have these little fingers on the end. You see that? Yeah, so I like that. That's definitely better than in the other one. But the other thing I want to do is really bring out these legs. I kind of like them being sort of large and scrawny. I mean, one thing I'm seeing up there is that he has like they're really far apart the way they come down, so I want to do something kind of interesting with that. And then I think I'm going to go a little bit bigger on the feet than what I have in the previous sketch, but I'm not going to go quite as big as I did in the other design here. One thing I do like though in it though, because he kind of does the spikes all the way down the leg, so I'll try to remember to keep it kind of furry going down. But I think also I like having these like his toes. I think that just adds an interesting monster quality to it. I feel like that needs to be a little bit bigger. There we go. This leg's seeming kind of funny, so I might. There we go. Oh, should probably try to keep an eye somewhat on the chat. Looks like we're good. So there's that. And then what I need to do, since this is really a this is going to be a 3D sculpt, so I need to sort of get a feel for how it's going to look three-dimensionally. So that's where I think his legs will kind of come in here. Because legs will look a little bit longer here. And then go ahead and give it. It's not supposed to be a perfect profile here. It's all right for it to be a little bit more of another side angle. Oops, this needs to have a little bit more of that to it, but there we go. All right, so I have a little bit of a beard coming forward, and now I'm going to do a little bit of sort of structure finding about the fact that this thing is maybe it's something like that. So his eyes are going to be kind of like that. That means he's got one more right there. Now for his mouth, let's see, what would a profile of the mouth look like? Let's see. A little bit of the teeth right there. Alright, so his arms are going to be kind of coming straight out of this there. I have to kind of figure out how they must start right about there. And I'm going to have it kind of going like this. Yeah, that's sort of the idea. And then we have these spikes up here. Alright, that'll do. Let me go ahead and start coloring these in. Style-wise, I'm kind of going for something partway between Tim Burton and Monsters Inc. You saw last stream, I was looking at reference, and Pixar was definitely weighted heavily in the reference. And even in what I liked was that in some of Pixar's art, they had somebody who was working with them who had more of that sort of edgy, more unusual style. So you kind of see that as a part of their process, they explore those sorts of things before applying more of a Disney. They had kind of more of a Disney feel, I think, toward the end, and I might end up doing that too. I don't know, but I'm starting out here and developing that style. I feel like if you start out in sort of the cute, an ultra cute, like Disney sort of space, that's going to be harder to dial back. Whereas if you start with something that's more stylistic, that it'd be easier to sort of cutify it and round it out a bit. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Of course, I'm going to be working in a medium, actually Oculus, it's called Oculus Medium, is a fairly clay-like model, so this kind of fur, I have some techniques for creating some sort of fur-like effects, but I'm not going to be able to do the kind of fur that you see like solely in Monsters Inc. I can't really do a very furry effect. I've seen some people pull them into other programs like Blender, and you can add that sort of thing, but this is not that scope of a project. This project isn't quite that level. I mean, I want to put a lot into it, but I also have to work with constraints. Oh, Tikiwa, hey, thanks for joining. Yeah, self-portraits. Looks like the program I'm trying to... Oh, I do have some comments here. Nope, not this furry. I haven't had a beard in a while. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna... Let me know if you guys are seeing jitter in the video, because I think I'm having a problem with my display. It looks super jittery here, but it'd be interesting to know if that's happening out there for you guys. I don't know if that smile reads so well from an angle like that, but there we go. Still trying to figure out if this beard concept reads well from the side. I haven't decided on that. Alright, so once I finish these sketches, I'm probably going to just pull them right into Oculus. I just need a good way to pull them in. Probably just screenshot them from my camera here. That'd probably be easiest, rather than trying to send them from a all right. All right, let's see if I can get that all into the view. It's just a little bit clipped. Let's see if that does any better. I think that'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna do snipping tool, and I'm going to do a rectangular snip. There we go. Let me go ahead and save that to my desktop. Desktop, we'll call that Monster 1. Monster 1. Save. Alright. Now I'm gonna jump into Oculus here. Oh, I'm having a little bit of, whoa. Having a little bit of trouble. Oh, there we go. Okay, came up. Good. The sensors are having a hard time finding me there for a second. Oh, let's see. Are you guys... Oh, sorry. There we go. So now I just need to pull up reference images and just go here from PC to desktop, and sometimes it's a little slow to find new images, or it's also possible that I got the format wrong. So give me a second to work that out. Just gotta figure this out. Let me look on the desktop. monster1.jpg. Try copying that to documents. I'm also going to try resaving it. Gonna go ahead and save it as, let's see if it'll let me save it as a PNG. That might help. No, it's not gonna let me save it as a PNG. It's too much to hope for. All right, well, let's just hop back into Oculus and see.
All right. So still no picture here. Let's try going to, nope. No luck. Pictures, no, I put it in documents. I guess that was not the right place. All right, let's give that another shot.
Let's try moving it to to pictures. And we'll give that another shot
in here. There we go. What luck, there it is. All right. So that's good. The other thing I might like to do is pull in some of the other reference. Nah, well, let's see. Yeah, let's go back to the desktop real quick and I'll grab a couple more pieces of reference.
Let's try, here we go. I'm gonna pull up Chrome. And I'm looking for, we want it back to Pinterest. That's a cool seal. I'd like to draw him sometime. I'm gonna go with Cartoon Monster right there. Okay, so this was one of the ones that I liked. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this one, save image as. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my pictures folder. And let's see what else we can find. There are a few other ones that I liked. I think this one was a bit of an inspiration. So I'm gonna stick with him. See if there are other ones like him. Let's keep an eye on the chat. Oh, I have missed some of the chat. Let's see. Delving into the verse, are we? I'm not sure what you mean there, Kikiwa, about the verse. Delving into the verse. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pick out, okay, so this was another one of the inspirations I had, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that. And let's pull in I think that might be about it for here. I thought I had some other ones, but I'm not. I actually do like this. Let me give this a save. It's sort of like a colorful version of the maybe the other ones I found were linked. Actually, I really like this guy too. Actually, I should look at, sometimes when you scroll down, they have even better ones from there. You know, another inspiration I like is Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends has a lot of interesting sort of monster-like creatures. Let's see. You can just go off of what if there are other ones like this. I do like that, so I'll save that. And this guy actually looks an awful lot like the one that I just saved, but it's 3D, so let's save that. And let's see what else. That guy looks pretty good. I like this guy. I'll save image as. Come on, save. All right. I think that's plenty for now, so I'm going to go ahead and open those up in. I'll
open those up in here. Oops. Sorry if that was loud. I think I just bumped into my mic. Okay. Oh, but you can't hear that mic when I'm in this mode, so I think we're all right. Okay, so I'm going to add some images, and here we have a few. I like that one. What I usually do is I just sort of arrange them around me. So I have a lot of different images. Let's add this guy. No, he's kind of 2D. I like his style. I'm gonna pull in this guy who is sort of looks like he's actually, yeah, he's definitely a 3D version of that guy. And let's add like this guy. That might be one way of interpreting, see how he has the multiple colors, the gradient going on? That might be one way I could interpret some of the different colors that I thought were a little too harsh in the original. Oh, and I guess that brings me to the, well, I won't worry about bringing the original in, but like that one down there, because I think I have a pretty good idea of it. So there we go. Should probably keep an eye on things. It's hard to keep track. So it sounds like there were some technical problems with the black screen, but it looks like it was just localized to Catlin, because PiQI did not experience that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. I wonder if I can move this. Yeah, I can, because that's a little... I'll have this down here. I kind of like it. And my tool's a little bit lower down. Okay, and then this is going to be my work, where this is where I'll be working. Oops, no, I don't want to move that off. What I want to do is move the whole world closer. Nope. Let's see. Maybe the whole world. Nope. Scene origin, maybe. There we go. Just want to pull this over to me so I can work with it right here. All right, this is good. I think I've got a good setup now. I should probably save. That's a good rule to always save so you don't lose your work. And actually, really quick, I gotta take a quick bio break. I'll be back in less than a minute, so just hang on.
All right, I'm back. We're gonna dive right back into VR.
All right, here we are. Just need my controllers. Be a little bit careful, I have some tea over here. I always drink tea when I do VR because it can get a little nauseous if it gets a little jittery. Things get out of sync with my vision, or if the controllers get the sensors don't detect. Actually, I should probably put my desk down a little bit lower and push this back a little bit so I'm not bumping into it, and also because that'll keep them out of the way of the sensors. Okay, so let's dive right in. Some clay. Let's see. Oops, I need the mirror on. There we go. Let's pull it back a little bit here. If I look at this, whoa, blue is not quite what I expected. Let me go ahead and pick one of these guys' colors. I like using the reference images as palettes somewhat. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the move tool to give them a little bit more of the kind of shape I'm seeing there. There we go. All right. It's looking a little Pac-Man-y. It's a little too much. There we go. I do need to keep a bit of an eye on things out here, and thought I saw the VR screen. Chrome, my Windows computer. That's what I was using. Must be my router. Huh. You're saying you're not able to see the video, Catlin? That's too bad. One thing I'm noticing as I look at the different bits of reference here is that my reference is looking a little bit more, I mean my drawing there looks a little bit more, what's the word, anatomical, I think, and I might want to tone that back. I think that might be interfering with the style a little bit. I'll look at this from the front. Let's see. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull that back. It's looking a little too fat up there, kind of Popeye like. Although it is kind of interesting. So if I look at it from the side here, that's kind of, I can probably bring that in a little bit. So I'm seeing that there needs to be a little bit more like a knee going on here, I would think. I'm guessing. I don't know. So I'm actually at the lowest level of resolution, so I might want to try upping the res in a moment. Anyway, I'm gonna insert something for the feet. This might be a good starting point for the feet. You can really do a lot with these stamps. It's looking a little Pac-Man-ish. It might be just because of the color I chose. Yeah, make the feet a little bigger. Oh, you know what? I think I have it going the wrong direction. More like that, maybe. I don't know. Maybe bigger. No, that's weird. That's definitely weird. Okay. So I can probably work out some of the stuff like flattening up the bottoms. You really can do pretty much most anything you need to do can be done with the move tool. It's really changed the way I use this program. The introduction of the move tool has. I kind of like the caps like that. Oh, I feel like the whole thing kind of needs to rotate a bit. Be a little bit flatter. I don't want to totally ignore the, you guys, how we go. Went black and it said it was not supported by my browser. I haven't had that before. That was what I was using. Must be my router. Maybe try the Edge browser. I know I was never a big fan of Explorer before, but I've actually found that on Windows there are some problems with Chrome that don't seem to be in Edge. Edge browser actually seems a little more stable, believe it or not, in my experience lately. Chrome is all right. Okay, I think that's I just want to smooth that out a bit. I really don't like that lump there. All right, so that's kind of what's going on there. Let's see. Yeah, go ahead and bring him up a little bit. I think that's the idea. Let's see. I hope Caitlin's able to see it now. Oh, you're in Firefox now. How's that working? Are you able to see it in Firefox? Can you see me now? All right. So I'll basically have the beard to work in down there. I think I'm going to do that sort of in a separate exploration. I have the arms to do. That's important. And how will I make these arms? I think this is actually pretty good for what I'm kind of trying to do. So I'll be able to fix it. Let's see, what I decided was his shoulder should be right about, I think his shoulder would come forward a bit actually. Now I look at this sketch up there, I don't like the arms being so far back. I think I want the arms to come out like dead middle. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that out so they're longer, and I want to bring it in on all sides a little bit. Let's see. Actually, I want the think I want it to kind of rotate forward a little bit. Like that. All right, and then I was thinking of sort of having these. Oh. Let's see how you guys are doing out there. Oh, great. Okay. So let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and any thoughts on what you're seeing? Any suggestions? Do you think this is shaping up like the source art? Oh no, black again. Huh. If anyone else is seeing that, let me know, because let me take a look at my... No, it looks like I'm not getting any warnings that I'm having any problems on my side. Sorry you're having problems there, Catlin. Thinking... No, that's a little unusual for this. Maybe this one? No, I'd already used... Let's go to geometric. Geometric, come on, geometric. Is it symbols? No, it's not symbols. Traditional? No, I'm looking for primitives, that's what I meant. Primitives. That might work as this kind of a finger, base of a finger shape. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give that a shot. Now I think what I got here is one is kind of going straight up. Oh, too big though. One is straight up. The next one kind of curves forward a bit. And then the last one is really kind of our most... I think it needs to be smaller. The pinky would be smaller, right? Whoa, I have a little bit of trouble with the sensor there. Okay. Go ahead and go ahead and soften that a bit. And then the other thing I'm going to want to do is pull these out a little bit, I think. Oops. A little smaller. I'm noticing I got this far that he has 3 fingers and no thumb. I wonder if that's what I want. And I'm also wondering if he should have those on his toes, those for toes. Let's give that a shot. Nope, a little too high, a little too high. Let's bring that down. And now one shorter one. And I'm going to use this a little bit on this one too, because I think longer toes would be kind of interesting. There we go. Let's check out there and see if Catlin's able to see me yet. I think the body should be bigger like the kids. Okay, so you can see me again. Okay, so you think the body needs to be a little bigger. I've got it a little too short, huh? Let me look at the kid's body again. Yeah, I see that. I can see that, yeah. See, I was kind of making him too short there, but I'm matching the proportions in my source, but it could be a little bit taller. I did want those arms in the middle, though. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. A little bit bigger. Now it's going to seem bigger though with the beard too, so I kind of want to leave room for that. Let's see. But yeah, I appreciate the feedback. I was getting a tad bit on the Mike Wazowski side. Now I'm looking at some of the reference. I like how really long, like apishly long the arms are on that guy. My arms are shorter and they could be longer. Well, these arms actually are kind of proportional. Right? If they're hanging down, you want them to go down to like what, about mid thigh. Yeah, but it's a monster. Who knows what the proportions are, right? I think I'm gonna do something like that gradient. I kind of like that gradient. And maybe I'll just go from like a darker sort of browner color and go to a brighter yellow up above. I'm just thinking the kid had it where it was black on one side and just like black on that side. And that, I'm gonna give that a shot. I'll try it, but I think I'm probably gonna want, let's see how we're doing out there. You like the arms? Okay. Okay, so let's kind of try to flatten them out a little bit. Like since I didn't go with his ultimately he had like it looking very squarish. And I'm obviously rounding him out quite a bit. But I don't want to totally lose. There's a certain squareness to it. All right, so let's go ahead and do. I think I'll maybe go ahead and bring in the points where his eyes will be. Oh, too big, too big. Still too big. Oops. That's getting a lot bigger than I expected it to. So I'm going to kind of round all these out a little bit. Okay. And I think what I wanted to do is kind of rotate it a little bit too, so there's like a little bit more below. This might be adding too much detail. I know I was doing this kind of thing in the last round and I didn't really like where it ended up. But we'll see how that goes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just carve out that mouth. Let's see. Bring that way in, I think. Oh, every once in a while things just get a little off in here. I feel like I'm falling. I don't know what it is because I've got pretty good performance. But nonetheless, every once in a while. Need a quick drink of tea. Alright, so the one thing, let's see. So that's pretty good. I think I'm still gonna wanna, oops, no, I don't wanna mess with that. But this, I do. He's got, I can see that it kinda, looking at that. Yeah, I can't see his mouth from the side at all, but you know, I think that's fine. I don't think that that really made a lot of sense. Okay. Maybe I'll bring his, oops, cheeks out. All right. I'm gonna pull this down again. Oops. And maybe pull that in a little bit. All right, it's coming along. Okay, let me go ahead and create a new layer for the. I'm gonna create a new layer for the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and make them all out black. I think they might need to be a little bit bigger. And a little more embedded too. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring the roughness way down. So you kind of get a feel for it, its shiny black eyes. Yeah, it's interesting. Kind of works. Now, I think the next thing might be those little spikes. If I look at his and his, they're both a little darker. So let's give that a shot. Let's see. I think that's that one. I like the slightly rounder one actually. I'm gonna go ahead and take that and bring it down a fair amount. Let's see. Now I wonder if these should be uniform. I'll start out giving that a try. Whoa, I don't want to be on that layer. I need to add a sculpt layer, and this one is not metal. Okay. Yes, yeah, I'm gonna give them some smaller ones over here. And let's see, since we're going with them being kind of geometrically placed, Should probably make sure I get them properly spaced now. There we go. Might want them a little higher up. Yeah. I don't know. Oh. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's see what you guys think. What are we thinking out here? Oh. No thoughts since you like the arms. But I'm gonna go ahead and work on the beard a little bit. And the beard, in my opinion, is very... Okay, so it's very non-geometric, which means the mirror has to go off. Or non-balanced, I guess I would say. Oh, thanks for the follow. Sorry, my my alert is misplaced, but you know what? I think I can see activity feed. Oh, I got raided. Hey, you brought the slam, man. Oh, thanks. Hey, Kid Slam, how's it going? It's great to have you here. I hope I haven't been. Let's see, I was 2104. I can't quite tell. Kid Slam Raid. Hey, welcome to the party. I'm working on the monster project. So this is a monster that I'm working on developing based on the artwork that a kid made. Oops. So let me, I can pull up the, I feel like I need to bring in the art that
you can see the work that you can see what the kid provided. That's the design that was made by a kid. I think he's in somewhere between 2nd and 3rd grade. And you can see here some of the sketches I've been working on. I did a bunch of different sketches leading up to this. That's the what I'm working on right now, but no, wait, where is it? So there are a few different variations that I've done based on it. So that's what I'm doing. So bring you guys up to speed. It's slightly shorter though. Yeah, I'm trying to lengthen it up a bit. That's a good point. That's what Catlin was telling me a moment ago.
So I go back into here. Yeah, it's a little on the short side. I made his legs longer. But yeah, I think, let's see, I could also maybe bring him in a bit. If I go here, could maybe, skinny him up. Oh, I've got the, what I could do is turn the mirror back on, and then I could just kind of, then this whole proportion would sort of be a bit more squarish. Gotta be careful though when I use this move tool. I get a lot of I lose a lot of detail. So let's see where we are in the conversation. Doing well, just arrived. Lewis, is this what you look like? TQI, yes, it is. How does this guy know? I love this idea. Slightly shorter though. Oh, you're saying you're slightly shorter. Yeah, but the design that I currently have is a little shorter too than the. He has a child's intuition, so he knew about the shortness. Fascinating. Thank you for doing my likeness. Yeah, let me take that a bit. I think it's a little better right in the middle there. Anyway, I'm definitely open for critique and input. If you have any thoughts on what you're seeing, I definitely appreciate any collaboration you guys want to bring. So I'm trying to give him a bit of a beard because in the source I kind of interpreted a part of that. Oh, I gotta turn this mirroring off. I interpreted a part of that as looking a bit like a beard. That's getting pretty rounded out there though. He should actually be furry all over, but I'm not to that level of detail. I'm gonna develop him to look furrier later on, I'm thinking. But he does need, this beard needs to have some more. So there we go. I really need to figure out how to get chat displaying well inside VR. That's one of the downsides of VR, is not being able to see the chat. I had a solution. I actually bought a program that was supposed to help with that, and it turned out it did not work too well. I know some people have better solutions for it though. It's my beard indeed. All right, so I might wonder if I should do a little bit more up here for a little more detail. I guess I don't want it to look too uniform. Something about him reminds me a little bit of the Kool-Aid Man. You might have noticed that the source art bears a resemblance to SpongeBob. And that's fairly common with these projects, that the kids will kind of draw something that they know. And I'm trying to take it, in a different direction, because I felt like in the source image, he was, or she, I don't know if it was a he or she, it seemed like they were trying to go away from, like they started out with an idea that was sort of SpongeBob-like, and then they kind of took it, like they kind of took it back a bit. So let's see. Yeah, I think that works. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I could probably bring this. I don't think it's quite ready to merge yet. I don't know. I don't want to go into too much. I don't want to go too crazy with this beard, but it does seem like a beard would have a little bit more going on right there, in my opinion. Let's see, maybe a little bit there. I don't know. Might be a little too much. It's getting more and more detailed. That's not always a good thing. Kitham said, at Subcreation, did you do the monster in the background as well as is there? Yeah, okay, so I can tell you which ones I did. Just the drawing there. Everything else is inspirational reference. So yeah, just the pen and ink drawing. Everything else is found inspiration. Thanks for the question. Let's see. So his channel said, feel free to reach out to a friend of mine on Twitch, Tech Happy. He set up chat for VR on screen. Oh, thanks. His name is Tech Happy. I'll look him up. He sets up chat for VR on screen when he played Beat Saber. Nice. I don't know if it's limited to that game, but it wouldn't hurt to ask. Actually, I'll reach out to him and get back to you. Oh, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Lulu Lucy said, sorry about that, Tiki. I'll send you some of mine. You're welcome. And Tikiwa said, color is it? Bird hair grows in dark blonde, white, and black. Some said, I love how you can surround yourself with inspiration in VR. Yeah, I know, it is awesome. I enjoy it. I just usually create like a whole wall of this stuff. So let me go ahead and create a new layer here. And I'm going to start working on making some of those sort of funny teeth. Actually, I want a tongue. Thinking maybe like, which means it's going to be thinking kind of pinkish. Oops. It needs to be a little bit. Oh, it's looking like metal. I know, I'll just bring the roughness up. That'll help. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use the move tool to shape it a bit more. It seems like it should be. Guess I'm gonna want to color the whole inside of his mouth there, but I think I want to get the teeth in place before I do that. And I think I'll go ahead and put the teeth on the same layer as this tongue. So I'm gonna go with a nice kind of eggshell. Is that really the shape for the tooth? Let's see. That is, I think, a good. That's, I think, a pretty good shape for the tooth. If I look at my source, got like what? About five teeth there. Oh, I'm gonna need a little bit more resolution though. Let's go up with the resolution. I'll check the conversation a second to make sure I'm not missing any. Not missing too much conversation. Actually, I think I like them to curve back a little bit though. And maybe this one. One seems a little out of place. Oh, a little bit of problem with my sensors moving my controller in kind of funny ways. I think instead of turning that way, they should turn more like this. It's a little better, I think. All right, let's see what I'm missing. Chanel said that's fantastic. Yellow, or you can call it blonde. Tikiwa said that looks too much like ramen. Ramen, the video game dude. Why, thank you. It's to devour the last Tikiwa with my deer. Hehe. I'm not familiar with ramen. I mean, the food ramen, I know. Okay, so I think that's... Okay, so I should probably go into coloring inside here. So I can select paint. I'm gonna use the other paint, the brush, because it's a little bit easier to control up close like this. I think I needed this to be a little, maybe lighter and grayer. Gonna err on the side of keeping things simple. I don't know if I want to bring the gums up around the teeth too much. I think I just want to give you the indication that it's a mouth inside there. I'm kind of on this lip. Does he have more of a lip? I don't know. I think it does need a little more shape. And then I can bring this out. So, Kid-san, were you still working on the red panda? If you're still there, I know sometimes after your raid you gotta get going. But if you're there, Kid-san, I'd be interested to hear how the panda's progressing. It looked really good last time I dropped in, which was I think just either yesterday or the day before. You'd covered a ton of ground with it. It's looking amazing. Go ahead with the paint thing. You just need to. There we go. Okay. I think that works pretty well. I wonder if he should have a bit of a brow here or not. What do you guys think? Brow. Oh, bummer. Ah. Sometimes it gets a little bit funny in the center there. What are we thinking? Brow or no brow? Does it make him too bumpy, too complicated? Let's brow. No brow. Not sure what's going on right there either. Let's see which. Oops. Oops, sorry. I know it can be a little disorienting. Do you have a brow? Do I have a brow? Well, I have eyebrows. But this guy, I think it looks a little, let's see, let's look at the source. So that one doesn't, or the inspiration. So that one doesn't have a brow, that one doesn't have a brow, neither does that one. This one's got actually a really cute kind of eyebrow, really distinct one. But looking at the source that the kid provided, I don't think it really does have a brow. He did do eyelashes, and I might give that a shot. Let's see. I'd kind of decided in some sketches before that I didn't want to do eyebrow or eyelashes, but let's give it a shot just to see. It seems like that could help make it. See, I'm gonna start with clay. I'm gonna create. I'll do it on this layer here. This is probably a good layer for it. I don't like to work with too many layers at once. I'm gonna go ahead and get it nice. There we go. Let's just see what that's like if we go. Is that too cute? I think, yeah, the one in the middle, that's not actually geometry. That's one of the guides to show me where my mirror is. And it's telling me that my mirror is on. What do we think? Now in the kids' artwork, it only has eyebrow or eyelashes in the top, which is kind of an interesting choice. It could just be that he ran out of time. Maybe he would have put eyelashes on all of them if he could have. I think these I'm gonna pull it in a little bit more. What do you guys think? Should it have the eyelashes that the kid drew? I think they're kind of interesting. I didn't like them at first because they seemed so specifically, they seemed rather SpongeBob-like. Alright, so what have I missed here? Oh, Kitslam asked, digging the t-shirt. Yeah, so the t-shirt is actually, it's Donkey Kong. I got this shirt on Threadless, and our artist paints these. He has a few different ones, but this is the most distinctive one. Yeah, Donkey Kong level 1, that's right, somebody else said that. Yeah, it does look a little friendlier with eyelashes. I'm wondering though, does it work with only one, or should it have should they all have eyelashes? I'm gonna give it a try and then I'll see what you guys think. And then these two. I'm gonna go ahead and bend them a little bit into place. And they need to just curl a little bit, I think. Yeah, thanks for the raid, Kitslam. It's great to have you guys drop in. Really enjoy seeing everybody. I like watching your channel. It's great getting to know everybody on your channel. You're much better at managing the chat while you do it. I'll probably get there if I keep working at it, but it's one of the challenges I'm working on still. So let's see, what do you guys think about that? Is it, let's see, I'll hold that up there so you can still see. Looks friendlier with eyelashes. Kitslam, all my tees are from Threadless too. Such a great online store. Yeah, I love it. Me, eyes are open, all the better to see with my gear. Tikiwa, all my shirts are from my mother. Kitslam. So, oh, I seem to have, something's, okay, we're back. Sorry about that. If that doesn't make you guys too sick, definitely throws me through a loop when that happens. So, I wish I had a way to throw like a quick survey together, because I'd really like to know what you guys think. So there's basically, I think the quickest way to see it would be with and without. I'll go ahead and erase it with like this, and just go, oops. All right, so that's with just the eyelashes up above. Actually, let me try this. So this is no eyelashes. That's eyelashes just on the upper eyes, exactly as the original artist, the kid, suggested it. And then one more, adding in eyelashes on all of them. That feels a little too complicated to me. I don't know. I'd like to know what you guys think, but I feel like things have gotten a little hairy. It does make me wonder though, when you look at this one, are you necessarily know? Here, let me turn the mirror off so that's not that we don't have that apparent one eyelash sticking out, which is just a guide. It's interesting. It's like it's got 2 girl eyes and then 3 boy eyes. I wonder if that was the. It's probably not. Probably wasn't the kid's intent. So then that's another thing to think. Like if I'm bringing that out in it, and then the kid looks at it and he doesn't like that. It's tricky creating art for kids, especially with a kid as a client. I think that's pretty good. And also another question for you guys would be, what do you think about the lack of thumbs? I started out without thumbs. I mean, that one up there in the reference doesn't have arms. I was kind of going from a lot of these have sort of the 3 fingers, but that one has a thumb, and that one has a thumb. Kind of feel like it might need a thumb. Let me look at the kid's art. The kid's art has 3 fingers too. So let's see where we are. Okay. I like it with 2 eyelashes on the top. Yeah, I think that's where I'm leaning too. Yeah, that does look like cheek piercing. Without eyelashes on those side bottom ones, they look like cheek piercings. Yeah, I kind of see that too. Yeah, it might be oversimplified. Of course, I could go further with coloring the eyes too. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot. I'm gonna try making the eyes more involved. And to do that, I'm going to, let's see, select the eyes, and I'm going to duplicate them. So I'm trying to keep from moving my head too much, because I know if it's making me sick, it's probably gonna make you guys even more, because it's kind of hard to watch that much. Your screen move around when your head's not moving with it. Let's see, where is the duplicate? I thought there was a duplicate. Where is it? I thought it was under actions. Oh, there it is right there. Duplicates right there. Yeah, sorry about that. I have been sorry, I need to pull this over here so it's not so far away. Okay, so oops, what happened there? That's the eyelashes. Did I accidentally duplicate the eyelashes instead of the eyes? I can't tell. That must be it. Yeah, okay, so that's it. So these are the new eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and color them. Maybe I'll color them the same. I don't want them to be Let's try bringing this closer to white. See what that does. I might have to lose this metal look for them. I was just hoping to get glossy looking eyes still. Let's try the under settings. Oh yeah, I can bring the, is that, I don't know. Occlusion, no. Diffuse color, no. Specular. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's looking way better. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's see if I can... Thinking... like blue. Maybe blue eyes. Oh, that's not working. Maybe just needs to be a lot darker, but I think I need a lot more resolution. Resolution. Increase resolution a lot. There we go. Maybe just a little more resolution. That's probably as far as I can go with the resolution. That one needs to be a little smaller. Oops, now I've lost the size I had it before though. It's a little too big, I think. Huh. Now what do you guys think about that? Pop out of here in a second and see what you guys are saying. Oops. Quite a bit more detail. Definitely read more as eyeballs then, right? We don't have to worry about these ones down here being mistaken for cheek piercings. All right, let's see. Okay, I need a quick moment out of the VR because
it takes, there we go. Be interested to see what you guys are thinking. Takes a strong stomach to do that. All right. I heard, yeah, it does look like cheek piercings. That's where I left off. I like Goose Gift. This is exactly what I would like. Very stylish. I thank you. White eyeballs with black pupils. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, you're saying you think maybe without the blue? Is that the suggestion there, Catlin? Definitely open to suggestions. Need just another second out of the headset, and a little bit of tea kind of helps fight the VR sickness. Oh, I see some more comments. So let's see. Yeah. Tikiwa said, nice eyeballs, homie. I like it. Me too. Pretty full. Quite a character. No, I like the blue. Okay. Thanks. Let's see. So
I wonder if I should start working on trying to make him have full, more fur, or if I should start painting him. Maybe a little bit of both. Okay. I'm just going to create. So I should probably save this before I go too much further. Saving happens here. Save. Save, okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and actually want to duplicate this Sometimes I kind of duplicate layers to avoid having to so I can sort of back up to it. It's like a little bit of a backup. Okay, and this is the other one I want to duplicate and turn that off. And I think what I want to do now is merge these two. Go ahead and merge. I think I'm going to increase the resolution a couple of times. That seems like, oh, my other beard must still be showing. That looks like a bit of beard is showing. Oh, is that also part of it? Okay. In any case, so I'm going to go ahead and try to see. So one thing I've done to get fur before is let's pull this over here a little bit. In here under organic, so like this leaf right here, or this one, but I think maybe this leaf for the kind of fur I'm thinking of. What you can do is, let's see, oops, wrong color. Kind of do like this sort of thing. Go a little bit bigger. You guys might be having that moment I always have when I watch Bob Ross. There's a moment where I'm like, no, why are you ruining it? It was good, and now you're ruining it. I always wonder if he thinks when he's doing that, if he's like, oh no, I ruined it. But he's kind of like probably also thinking, I can save this. I have that experience a lot when I'm drawing in pen. Moments where I'm like, so let's see, what do we think? Well, for one thing, if we're gonna do that, I don't know what I think. One thing is, the faster you do this, the more you get like a little bit of distance between them. So you get a little bit more roughness to it. That's kind of... Sometimes you gotta kind of go in there and fill them in a little bit. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'll blend that into that, right? Like this beard should really, you see why I backed up before I did this by creating a copy. Okay, but if I'm gonna do that kind of a treatment, then let's try, I'm gonna need to, let's see. I'm gonna need to go here. We're gonna want to bring the roughness way up, I think. Bring the roughness up. No, not specular. Put a little bit more specular, maybe. Trying to get a little further before I come out and see what you guys are thinking. Get a little bit of a, oh, that's, every once in a while I get this stem, so I gotta back that and take that out. Anyway, let's just do a little part of it and think. I could also just bring it up. Let's see. That might just be too fine detail. All right, Lulu, thanks for dropping in. Get some rest. It's great having you here for a bit. Yep. Good night, Lulu. So, before I commit to it, the other thing, I'm going to try on the other side doing it a little bit different and see if I like it better. So, just a little go bigger. So that's another possibility, is like that. Oh, that definitely looks way better. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. So I'm gonna go way, way back. Although I might run out of undos here pretty soon. If that's the case, I'll be glad I saved that other layer. Oh, so close. I just ran out right there. That's right. I can just smooth that right there. I'm also gonna deflate it a little bit. Okay, now back to the clay. I'm thinking like that. Oh no, I've got those. Well, I can fix those, that's fine. See, those are easy to fix. Oops. I wish I wasn't getting so many of those things popping out there. Maybe if I pull that in a little bit more. What do we think? Try and make it a little different on both sides so it's not too, too predictable. Oops. I'll have to fix that. So I guess the question is, with going to this level of simplicity, whether he's going to have that kind of fur coming off of his arms and stuff too. No, it's too much detail there. Oops, just a little further out. It'd be tricky when you gotta be careful when you're putting those in to not that's getting a little too uniform there. Alright, let's take a look at the conversation. I need to see. I like the sideburns. Thanks, Kitlan. I like the melding of the roughness with the beard. Thanks, Catlin. And Tikiwa said, he's like an old lumberjack. Yeah. Kitlan, many a lumber had been jacked by this little gaffer. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's helping. I'm just not sure how far up do I take it. I think probably not all the way up to there. But the question is, does this happen, you know? Like, I think it's not just that this guy has a beard. He's, I think he's got kind of a... I think he's kind of furry, right? And that's what I was trying to do. I was imagining that, you know, he's furry over here too. So that's another thing. It's like, how can I think I just want to, I think I just do a couple of indications, right? It doesn't have to be super... It doesn't have to be like really all over the place, does it? It can just be... one row there and another one. Yeah, I think that'll do. And then for this part here, you can just have, let me look at my sketch there. I had him pretty furry down here. Maybe I'll do a little more for here than I had up above. I don't know, that seems a little funny. Okay, so I guess maybe it's because of the choice of where it's going. If that's kind of coming off of the sides there, maybe his should be, it's definitely going down. Maybe he just wants, whoa. Did that do it? Nuts. Maybe that. I could just do one extra row here or something. No, that's... No, 2 rows is a little weird. Maybe I could try doing that kind of a thing. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I didn't quite expect to get those tufts in the front. If I can, oops. I don't know, maybe those would be fine though. I don't know. Seems a little sloppy to me. No, that's not gonna do it. Nope, and I got these things happening again, of course. Those stems are a problem. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I also wanted to have a little bit of a fur here. I don't know, that's looking a little too obvious to me. I think I'll stop there. Alright, let's see how you guys are hanging out and up there. Alright, let's see. So the next idea I was having was painting him so there's a bit of a gradient to him, kind of like that one there. So I think I'll give that a shot. So with paint, we're going to switch to the spray. And I think I'm going to maybe bring the opacity down, bring the hardness way down. And let's see, thinking oops. Make him look a little bit less like Pac-Man. Right. So let's see, then we could go maybe a little brighter up top. And what could we do for the, should these be a little more, ooh, no, I don't, well, maybe green. I don't know. No. So there we go. Maybe a little bit redder. A little bit oranger toward the tippy top. It's funny, there's a sound in the music that's playing right now. It's just like the spray I'm doing. It's confusing me a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So I'm wondering if there should be some oh, so another thing to keep in mind also is that a lot of the effect, let's see, a lot of the effect can be done with the lighting too. So I'm gonna pull up a some sort of funny texture in there from when I upped the res. I can make him a little pinker in the face too. I might give that a shot. Let's see if I go, no wait. This, what happens if I just make it a tad? Might be interesting. I'm totally just what's the term? Improving here. I don't want to go too far in that direction though. Anyway, so the other thing I want to experiment with is lighting. Oh, I added a light. Where is the light? Oops. Why am I selecting the lathe? Okay, I need this over here. Select the light. Why am I not? That is so strange. It doesn't seem to want to let me select that. There we go. Finally got the light. There we go. So I can put a light over here. And then take the first light. Move it like up there. What I want is one light. I want that light. I keep getting the lathe selected for some reason. I'm going to hide the lathe. That's driving me nuts. Can I hide it? I'll lock it. Okay. Light. Come on, light. There we go. Ugh. Why is it selecting it when it is disabled? When it is locked. There we go. So that one I want to change to be a lot more blue. Like a very blue light. No more blue. Where is it? It's a color. Let's see, I can adjust the color for the cone. All right, and I'm gonna go with the other one. Where's the other one? And this one I'm going to make more of a warmer light. I don't know if that'll do much though in this oops, such a green, such a yellow fella. If that's the case, I think I want to move the light a little bit behind him, maybe a little bit more up. Now then again, the setting, I did some color palettes, and the setting I'm working on for him here is going to be kind of beach-like. So these lights may not really be lights you'd see on a beach. So to keep that in mind. Might end up going a totally different direction with it. I could also have that as a backlight. Let's see. That definitely makes it more interesting. I wonder, I think since he's such a yellow guy, I'm gonna try a bluer backlight or side light, whatever it is. All right, let's save. All right, I'm gonna come up out of here for a while. Amway artist, hi, welcome. You know what software this is? Yes, this. Oh, a sec.
Yeah, this is Oculus Medium. It's a program that's free with Oculus that's made by Oculus, and yeah, welcome. So oh, if I missed you, good night, Kid Slam. Sounds like Kid Slam took off. Yeah, there it was. I missed that. So I gotta head to bed. And this little guy, enjoy the stream, everyone. I'll see you around the bend. Yeah, thanks, Kid Slam. Really enjoyed having you drop in. Now I think I'm going to. So if I pull up, you can see the reference here. It's a beach. Actually, I'm gonna go to this view here. So it's supposed to be a beach, and it says, if you look at the information down here, sorry, you can't quite see it. Pull it up just a little bit. So it says California Springs. It has this information. Oops, sorry about that. It has this information here. It's supposed to be details the kid made up about the monster. You can't tell but he's trying to say that it eats spaghetti, because I found that out from the teacher. And then it says, where does your monster live? He's trying to write California Springs. So what I want to do real quick is pull up Chrome. Let's just do a quick search for California Springs. I don't know if that's a real place. Sounds like it could be. Oh, wow. Natural hot springs in California. Now, I think these are just pictures of springs that happen to be in California. But nonetheless, they're good reference images. So, public hot springs in California. Yeah, they're just all hot springs in California. It doesn't sound like. If anyone knows better, I don't know about that, but I'm gonna. I think actually. Oh, so the next thing I wanted to do in terms of developing the settings, I think the next thing to do, if I'm gonna go with the style the way I have him, is to build out the would be to build out the environment. That's going to be the key thing. All right. I think, am I signed in? Looks like I think I am. If I go to palettes, so I have a few different palettes here. I wonder if there's a way to save these out or to share them. I got lock, adjust, drag. What I wanted to do is pull some of these into the pick colors from an image, settings. So this is a tool to let me create different color palettes, and it's randomly generating them like this. And previously I had created a few sets that I liked, Here's this one. I think this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab these here like this. Let's do a quick rectangular snip. I'm going to save that. I'll just, what did I call this? I can't remember what I called it. I'll just call it colors 1. Colors 1, and I've got to put it in order to pull it into my environment, I need to be in pictures. So colors 1. So I'll experiment with each of these. I'm not going to capture all these right now, but I'm going to pull in like maybe 3 of them. Grab. Kind of like purple for the contrast with the sort of orangey color he is right now, but I also want to limit the palette and not have him be too far out of the palette. I may end up recoloring him after I create the setting. Oops. No, I'm going to create this as color 2. Color 2. Oh, looks like there are new messages and I'm behind. Yeah, he does appear to be staying on grass there, so green would make sense. Let's see, what was the first? Yeah, I think this will be the last one I'll grab. Oops. No. Snip is what I'm actually looking for. I'm used to Mac terms. In Mac you say screen grab, but in Windows they say snip, I think. Go ahead and save that. Color 3. All right. And I'm just going to pull back up my reference image for so yeah, he's definitely dealing in some yellows. There's some blue and some green, and I need to come up with a color palette based on that I like. That will most matters most is that it delights and inspires the kid. So I'm going to head back into VR. I'm gonna head back in here. Actually, I think I need a little bit. Now I think about it, I need a little bit more reference. Oops. There we go. Sorry. I feel like I need a little bit more reference here. And even though I know I was going away from treating this, I wanted to get away from SpongeBob, I think I'm actually going to look at SpongeBob backgrounds. SpongeBob background art. I think I'll add the word beach to it because they've got that beach there. That doesn't really tell me that. Let's see. Oops. So it's pretty simple. I think instead I'm going to go with California beach. So that's interesting. This is kind of interesting. See, there are clouds in his though. So I should probably keep looking, and although his clouds are let's see. I'm probably not going to be modeling off of the clouds in these images though. Okay, so I like this. Save image as. And I think this one. All right, that should be enough.
Okay, can you guys see? Looks like you can. Yep. All right, so since I've modeled him, I can go ahead and turn all these guys off. I'm going to pull in my Alright, now I'm going to pull in, first of all, the color palettes. Put them over there. Another image. I'm not planning using all these color palettes, I just have them here as reference, and I'll try working with each of them and see. I'll probably end up selecting one of them, or I might combine them. I don't know. I can see now he's pretty far out of that color range, so I'll repaint him probably to the to the color. And I think this is the one, especially actually when I look at him, I probably don't have to color and change him too much if I go with that one. But then again, there aren't really any colors for the water to work with there either. So maybe I'll come up with a combination of that one and one of these. Okay, so that's it for the colors. Let's add a couple of beach setting scenes. Of course, a lot flatter than what I have in mind. I wonder if, can I flip this around? And yeah, that's great. Oh, nice. Just works. That's nice design when you can just intuit it and it does something like that. Okay. Oops. All right, so let's see. Probably gonna have him up close in the scene, but I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna go ahead and set him aside. Actually, I kind of want him out of the way. Now I'm gonna go ahead and create a new layer. And let's clay. I need it to be really flat. Let's see. Now I have to think with this light, the setting, I don't know how much sense the light I was creating makes. That's right, I'll figure it out as I go. Let's see. With the clay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some of these rocks. Can be rocks. Here we go. Let's see. That's a little too flesh toned. That's a little too bright. I'm gonna stick with this for now. That really doesn't work. That's probably fine. Oh, I need to definitely adjust this. More roughness. Probably need a little more resolution. Let's see, under actions, increase res. Did I just say decrease res? That looked like a decrease. Let's try that again. Increase res. All right, probably somewhere around the limits of You can really do a lot with these stamps pretty quick. Really enjoy that. The way you can just, it's called kit bashing when you use a you use stamps to throw together something really fast. Let's see if I'm missing much out here. Let's see. I seem to have lost the chat there. Huh. That's odd. I thought there was more conversation after that. Odd. Huh. Sorry if there's more conversation happening that I'm not keeping up with it. I remember seeing more conversation, and then when I look there, we've lost some conversations. I don't know how that happens. back to the clay. I don't quite need all that detail because we're gonna crop it in fairly close, I imagine. Although it's a little weird that it's bulging up. It seems like it'd go kind of the other way, right? Yeah, be careful with the move tool at this resolution. It can take a lot of... Let's see. I just kind of want to turn the whole thing a bit is all. It's going to take a while. But you gotta love that move tool. It's just amazing. I think I'm going to need a little bit more clay going on. Does that help? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Now what I'm going to need is some... I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to add some grass, some bushes. This kind of rock here I actually like for bushes, so let's see if I go with, let's see if that's, nope, too blue. I think I'm just naturally going to end up combining these no, that just doesn't seem believable, does it? Neither does that. Neither did that. Huh. And that's too light. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and take a green from there. I'm going to make my own green. It's a lot more green than they have there, but in the source, but that's fine. It's just okay. Boy, that's a lot more, that's really a lot of green though. Oops, let's try, see if I can maybe soften it a bit. All right, we got kind of a beach type scene happening here. Next, what we need is, let's see, new layer. I'm gonna add, let's see. Oops, what I want is a little trick is that when you make, oh no, I guess it doesn't work that way. Okay, well then what I can do, I'd thought that I'd had a time before when I could I don't think I want that kind of a light thing, but you know what? I think the trick here would be to make this emissive. In which case it would need, let's see, it would need to go darker. Maybe it would start out much darker and then get a lot darker. You know, I've got too much, need more opacity. Basically, I'm building a set right now. I don't have to worry about getting it to look right from every angle. I just want it to look good from one direction. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add another layer. And this one is going, this one's going to be, let's go back to primitives. That'll probably be fine. Let's see, let's look at the only problem is I'm blocking out my source images. I'm going to make them small and bring them up close so I can use them. Usually work with them being, and realize that I haven't worked from reference for there we go. I want these to be not too much into the way though either. Have them over here, I think. So I can also bring these guys up a little closer. Okay, so for this, I think we want our greener colors up here. We want our darker colors out here. I think that works. Go ahead and make it way bigger. light's definitely going to have to change, and I think the coloring of the okay. Actually, I want to start with this color in there. So if I look at that reference there, it fades out pretty steadily into the darker color. I don't know if purple might be too. It really needs to be. It's nice. It's getting kind of a very oceany sort of feel to it. Let's see. Oceany. I think rather than that, I think I'm gonna try to do some suds here. So let's see. Oh, sorry, I'm behind the conversation. Software is this? Yeah, I remember that. Do you know what software this is? Yeah, you seem to be standing on grass. Dude, we are just in awe. No, don't mind me. Huh. All right, let's see. New layer. And in here, I'm gonna be, I think we just want straight white here. And let's go back to rocks. I think it's probably that one, but I might do something a little more. Let's see. It's either this one or no, it's that one, I think. So the same thing I did the. No, it's too round, too round. Maybe this one. White is too bright. Oh, it's probably because it's emissive. I don't want emissive, I want default. Let's see. I'm gonna go a lot smaller with it, I think. I think I need a much longer kind of rock. Maybe that one. That probably doesn't matter. It's probably just going to be That's gonna be kind of tricky to get. So we got some seasuds. I think I'm gonna need to paint out. I have to paint some of that out. Actually, first of all, I'm gonna need to paint the wetness of the sand in a little bit. Which, what would that be? This maybe? I don't know. Seems like it should maybe be a little darker, maybe. I think it just needs to be a little grayer. Let me just bring that up a bit. It doesn't need to be quite that dark. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to this, and I'm gonna try to see if I can paint that, like those like swirls and textures and stuff onto it. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be that detailed. I think just having anything at all would do it. It is supposed to be kind of more cartoony. I probably don't want to go too realistic. Maybe there'll be some it works. I'm gonna go back to this and just do a little bit of whoa, it's gotta be white. And then back to this. Maybe I'll smooth it just a little bit to bring it down a little bit. And then back to here. And some paint. Sometimes the way this resolution was affecting it was really working for me before, but now I'm thinking it's a little too much. Let's bring it down a little more. Still too much. There we go. That's more to the nature of it. Okay. I feel like I need a little bit of this color in the sky a little bit too, maybe. Not sure, but let's try it. Oh, I've got this down too low. Okay, a little more. Oops. Let's go darker. Oops. Okay, the next thing would be the clouds. Suppose I could just paint the clouds in here with some white. Let's just use actual white. White. Much smaller. Oops, I need spray. Kind of a little too low res though. Now I see it there. Wonder if I up res it, do I get more resolution in the actions? Increase res. Oh. Yeah, looks like I did get a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know if I want those clouds, but leave those clouds out for now. Give it a try maybe later. Now what I really need is to bring this guy back. Oops. Gotta get over here and get this guy. Let's see, I gotta hide this temporarily. That's okay, so I want that, and I want that, that. Is that everything? Looks like that is everything. Okay. Oops. All right. Lost all my selections. Might be time to start naming these things. possible to group these things? I don't see well, he's maybe I need to just scale this other stuff up. I've got to name this stuff. It's gonna drive me nuts. Real quick. How do I? Maybe that's not an option here. And bring him up to about here. I'm gonna grab this and that. And that. That. And that. Just go much, much bigger with it. Now this guy. I don't think I quite want him on the grass. All right, so the lights definitely are going to need some work now. Move back a little bit. So now the lights. Where are my lights? There's one light. I wonder if I could get more of a global illumination kind of effect. Where is that other light at? I don't even know what that is. There it is, okay. It doesn't seem like the kind of lighting you'd have on a beach. But maybe it could be something from over here. Guessing that could be sort of like sunlight. Wonder why. Thought I had his roughness up way higher. There we go. I think he is going to need some clouds back there. But I think, let's see how I'm doing on time. Let's see. It's almost 11. Or it's almost 11. Let's
Let's see if people are still around even. There are still a few people on. I think I will finish, or just work on those clouds maybe. Thanks for sticking with me, everybody. Watching this.
Come together. It's been fun. Hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, so I could see if I go with the paint. Oh, I see why that wasn't doing anything. Probably too far away, maybe. But it's funny, I've actually got clouds in the background for a second. I was like, where did those clouds come from? I'm not really sure how to... Now I'm at this size, I might not be able to do it. I can't seem to just make the whole world scale down, as I would have thought. But it's got to have some clouds up there. I'm gonna go ahead and try making some puffy clouds and just putting them back there. So it'd be kind of like this layer here. I'll just create a new one though. New layer. Clay. That's pretty good. I think that'll work. Now I'm gonna try. Yeah. All right, that works. Now I just need them to be, I think, emissive, maybe. Oh, that's too bright. Too bright. Maybe I could bring it way down though. I don't know. Emissive doesn't seem to work. Let's go back to default. Just bring the roughness way up. Bring the specular up, maybe. No, roughness way up though. Maybe diffuse color. Diffuse light. There we go. I think it just needs a little bit lower diffuse light. There we go. Alright, so now I just need to take these, blow them way up, and put them way back there. I gotta really walk it back. It's really far. Not that far though. Okay, I want them a little bigger. What do we think? What do we think about that? What do you think, guys? I think they actually need to go think before I do that, I needed them to be, and there need to be more going on. I think what I need is maybe I think maybe one more over here. I think what I'm also going to need is like, let's see. I think I'm going to have like a row of let's see, I want some that are like, no. Okay, what I need is just having trouble every once in a while I'm not able to pick up colors as much. Okay, do I have another layer for that? I'm gonna add another layer. I see, it was the material. Just doing it. Okay, now I want to go ahead and move this stuff up. Oh, you know, you need to be diffuse light. I want to bring that. Yeah, it's definitely diffuse light. I want to bring down on it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Now if I take this, scale it way up, and put it way, way back there. I'm doing that funny thing where I'm just like walking it for ages. Because I'm working so large, it's kind of silly. I just want that to be just over the horizon, but inside the sky dome. No, that worked better than I thought. You know what though, it needs to be just a little bit above. Maybe it needs to be a little bit flatter too, I don't know. Ah, that works. I mean, it's a little cartoony, so that's okay. It might need a little bit more paint. Let's see. Let's see how this looks over here. And bring it back a little bit. All right, I think I need to color it and paint it a little bit more. Bring that forward. I think maybe most importantly, rotate it. Okay, now this, I think it just needs a little bit of white. I wonder if I can reach it from here if I'm too far away. Or is the material not gonna? It's probably the material. No, I like that. I gotta go all the way over there. Oh, I see. It's my brush more than it is the. No, it is a little bit of the scale and the angle. I'm at it. I might take a little bit of blue underneath these. Okay, let's get back over there. It's hard to tell what it looks like from so close up. All right. All my lights are traveling with me. It's a little weird. Okay. Yeah, that kind of works. I feel like that needs to be a little lower down. Maybe a little bit more. No. All right. Or if he should be bigger. Kind of feel like he should be. Seems like I just need like one more cloud back there or something. Just go ahead and duplicate this. And just wonder if it's too obvious. We gotta get this out of my way a little bit. It's a little too obvious, I think. If I could turn it around, maybe. Oh. Working at this size is kind of ridiculous. Last time I did this, I used it and made it more like miniatures. So this might work. All right. There we go. Okay. Actually, before I do that, I think I want to erase some of this. Clay. There we go. All right. All right, I need to get the lights positioned a little better. Oh, you know, that really needs to be moved. How do I do that? There you go. Now I've got it attached so I don't have to worry about moving around. Now the other light also needs to be moved. Let's see. All right, there we go. Now I can move it around, not worry about changing the light so much. All right, I'm just gonna take a picture of that. Oh, you know what though? This is a little, let's see. I wonder if I could bring that down. That's a little better. I want it to look too funny. It's a little misshapen now. I don't know if that's getting better, if it's getting worse. It was a little simpler before. I just want it to come down a little bit more on this side more. All right, I think that'll do. It seems like that other light needs a little bit of an adjustment now. Oh, my light got moved again. Oh, I must have undone that by accident. There we go. Want it to be a little bit more behind him. And I also, I don't know, maybe a little brighter. Maybe a little bluer. All right, now I'm going to take a few shots of it, and I think that'll be a wrap for tonight. I don't know if that's a wrap for the project, but... All right, so I just need to pull up. Make sure I'm still on. Oh, somebody was talking, sorry about that. Oh, let's see, so they're saying... Let me see. Sorry, I've lost track of the chat. Okay, so Tikiwa said he's watching with all 5 eyes. And oh, Scott Bjork joined. I think that looks S Bjork. Anyway, I know a Scott Bjork, so I'm wondering that might be him. It says oh. And by the way, the name Subcreation, I remember so many years ago when I first knew using it. Nice to see you still go to. Yeah, that is Scott. Hey Scott, thanks for joining. Thanks for dropping in. Let's see. Race Peace Day said, how easy is it to edit in VR versus using a mouse? I'd say it's much easier in VR. Much easier. It's very natural. It's like right there. Like it feels like it's in my hands. Not, but I don't really enjoy it. But depending on your goals, I'd say there are different tools for creation. Yeah, I'd say, let's see, but in general, VR is much easier for this type of stuff. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely better for sculpting, but the downside is the sickness. It's kind of hard to stay in VR for a long time, and I get a little bit nauseous the longer I stand in it, so I drink tea, a little bit of ginger ale sometimes, or ginger tea helps with it, but yeah, like I'm already starting to feel like a little bit of like a cold sweat kind of feeling, like if I've been reading in the car or something. So that's the one downside. Let's see. But as far as for having control over sculpting, I think it's the best. I don't think you can get a more natural way to sculpt. Okay, so let me see, what was I going to do? Oh, capture photo, that's what I'm here to do. Okay. So let's see. Huh. Looks a little darker. The rendering makes him a little darker than... So I'm going to try adjusting that light to see if I can get a little more... let's see. Actually, need to look at through the render when I do this. Yeah, that helps. Now I'm totally losing the effect of the other light though. Let me see what if I can fix that too. Yeah, they need to be quite a bit brighter. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna stop messing with it there because I think this point of view is a little these clouds aren't lining up quite where I'd want them, but can't see the green at all here either. I'm gonna try moving myself a little ways back. That's all right, these aren't the final ones anyway. It's just, I think I kind of want to be down below them a little bit. Of course, then I lose the scene of the beach, but yeah, I'm gonna need to reposition those clouds, but I'm not gonna do it now. I need to. Might try making him, oops. Try making him bigger again. He could be kind of like a giant. I wonder if he should be maybe tilted a little bit more. That way. All right, that'll do for now. I think I'm gonna save my progress. Boy, he looks really, oh yeah, and he still got the same detail. It's just you get further back and it really loses some of that. I don't know, maybe I didn't have as much detail as I thought I did. It was maybe kind of fairly low res. I don't know. All right, so go ahead and save file. Save. All right.
Let's see. If I pull up the
I can learn to understand you.
Whoa. Don't know how that happened. Cortana getting a little uppity. If I just pull up the pictures real quick and just see them flat, they would be in documents. Oh, let's see what I missed on comments though. Can't see chat. Yeah. Greetings. Scott, that's that program's called Oculus Medium. It's made by Oculus, and that's the here. If I pull over the window, you can kind of see that that's their logo right there. If I was gonna pull up the, if I go to Medium, and go to Photos. Just open. Yeah, it's kind of, it feels kind of familiar to the SpongeBob direction, but without being a total SpongeBob knockoff, I think. I think the last one's looking a little bit more dynamic. So yeah, so that's the progress for tonight. Let me end the music. So thanks for joining me tonight. We got quite a bit of progress. I sculpted the whole monster and the scene. I don't know if it's necessarily done, or if I want to rework parts of it. It's really thinking it probably needs some thumbs. But yeah, could probably get some finer points on those spikes. Didn't quite turn out. Now I'm seeing them now, quite like in the concept art. But yeah, I feel pretty good about the progress we made, and really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Sorry I can't keep up with the chat as well. Oh, got a couple of comments here. So, not sure if monster will like this. Oh yes, Scott said, medium. I've heard of it, but I've only ever messed around with tilt brush. Yeah, tilt brush is quite a bit different. I'm not a huge fan of tilt brush because it has a lot more. It's more effects. It's more of a painting program than it is a sculpting program. So you kind of have to work against it if you want to get this kind of. You can get this kind of effect if you really push it, but you kind of have to work against the tool. I'd say the better comparison for. Oh, I thought I stopped the music. I was gonna say I think that the there's another tool by Oculus. I'm forgetting the name of it. They have another painting program, and it's called. Let's see, what is it? They have this one other tool called. I do have tilt brush. I think I might have uninstalled it because I need the space back. Quill. So Quill's the name of the program. It's this one right here. Quill's another painting program, and if I was going for a more painterly effect, like Tilt Brush does some like animation in their effects, and it's interesting. Some people do some really amazing stuff with it, but I think for my style, and also just because I kind of like the fact that it's like officially supported by Oculus, but I like medium the most, and Quill's nice if you want to do more like 3D painting. But you can really paint in, because you have so much control of the clay. I feel like I can paint in this, so I like it quite a bit. So anyway, that's the stream for tonight. We've kind of gone through all the phases of the creative process from beginning to end, where we are gathering reference and trying a lot of different things, and then sort of narrowing our scope and choosing one direction and pushing that forward. And then we got into execution, sort of the how it's made phase. And yeah, so we've covered a lot of ground, and I hope you learned something. And I appreciate everybody taking the time to drop in. So I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go ahead and just leave this up for a minute, because I believe it takes a moment for the stream to catch up. Otherwise, it goes black on people. So I'm going to give it a moment to stream. And then I'll see you guys on Sunday night. So thanks. Bye.